So stories like this, not uncommon in your experience, Peter. We've discussed all of the different types of issues that we have to deal with in the system, the healthcare system and the judicial system, but we need to give some proactive tips for people who are hearing about this for the first time and thinking this could happen to them already, or it might happen to them or their loved ones in the future. So first, people need to know their medical rights. When you show up for emergency services, most hospitals will have two types of forms for you to sign. One of them is a healthcare consent form. The other is a financial consent form. You do not need to sign both. You can ask those questions. You can have your loved ones ask those questions. And also, most medical bills are negotiable. People don't think about it that way because it's a medical bill. They're not thinking, I'm going to negotiate with a creditor, but they would rather get something than nothing. We learned that from one of the other Money versus Medicine series that we talked about here. So yes, make sure that you get in there and negotiate. Maybe pay a portion of the bill so that this doesn't happen to you. But I think we need to give people some tips while we're waiting for the system to get fixed.
Well, the problem with this story, though, Judy, is that if you don't know you have a bill, if you truly don't even know you have a bill out there that's outstanding, there is nothing you can do.
True.
But the way we fix it is transparency. We talk about it. Yep. We pressure legislators. We say, hey, look, I heard this story on a show called The Doctors. I would love for you to introduce legislation that may change the way we go after people with medical debt. And there are always going to be people out there who skirt their bills and maliciously do so. And it's a balancing act. But I will tell you, Melissa, I'm very sorry you went through all of this. I encourage everyone out there, look into all of this. Look at your health plan, see what's covered in terms of emergency services. Make sure that you locate the hospital in your community that is in your insurance's plan.
Yeah.
Think about, well, if there's a medical emergency, what are the ambulance services? What does my insurance pay for the ambulance service? But what I would also like to encourage everyone is, if you don't have your life, medical debt doesn't matter. So I would encourage everyone, please, if you need emergency medical services, do not hear these stories. And if you have a medical emergency, don't not call an ambulance because you're afraid of what's going to happen 2 years down the road. Because your life is ultimately the most important thing in all this. We do have to go, and so many things for us to think about. Melissa, thank you for sharing your story. We wish you nothing but the best. Randall, Peter, I thank both of you for coming and sharing your opinions. So much to tease out here. We'll have more resources on our website, thedoctorstv.com.
The Doctors.
12 years in!
The prognosis you prayed for.
For the first time in public.
I want to see if she can take a few steps.
This is so scary.
The treatment you needed.
You look fabulous.
It's the daytime talk show that's been your cure for over a decade.
That is literally taking the lives from their community. I can't believe that this is happening.
With the issues affecting your health right now.
It is not housing, it is not economic inequality, it is a health crisis.
I lied to you, and I lied to you. I have a truth that I'm going to reveal.
The Doctors, on call for season 12.